So my name is Becky. I came across Ryan after I had a shoulder injury from the CrossFit Open over 2 years ago. I struggled with a shoulder injury for about 9 months. I went and saw 3 different chiropractors and 2 physical therapists, and basically no one was able to give me a diagnosis, but we knew that there was something going on. All the treatment that I was receiving was basically just making it better temporarily. Nothing was really fixing or addressing the problem. And knowing what I know as a healthcare provider, I knew that there was something greater going on. So I did some research. I was looking for some neuromuscular therapy and happened to come across Ryan's name. Googled him, Googled the website. I'm kind of a stalker when it comes to that stuff because I want to make sure people really know what they're practicing and doing. And realized he was 5 minutes from my house, which was awesome. So bit the bullet, decided to make an appointment. I came in. I remember the first session was an hour and a half long, which I thought was kind of weird, but very, very thorough. I felt very at ease. I felt like I could ask any question and he was able to answer every question that I had. I remember after that first session leaving and thinking, oh my gosh, I have no shoulder pain. It was the first time in, I guess, 9 months that I didn't have any shoulder pain, and it lasted, I had relief for probably 4 or 5 days after that. And I thought, wow, this is really awesome. Like, I've been seeing all these people for over 9 months and no one's been able to help me this long of a time. So at that point, I realized that I found someone that I trust. I found someone that was able to take care of me as a healthcare provider, because it's really hard, I think, to find really good providers and practitioners. So I decided at that point that I was just going to continue and make maintenance appointments, come in every 2 weeks. And it's been good. I have been here for multiple different things because through the shoulder I've experienced other issues in not only my SI joint but in my back. Still have some issues going on the left side of my neck. Basically my whole left side hates me, but we're working on all of that. I'm given exercises, I'm given specific things to do to kind of follow through with what Ryan does with my treatments afterward. I always feel very comfortable when I come in. I always feel like I can ask him any type of question and he'll answer me very professionally. I just feel like it's home for me when I come in here. It's someone that I trust and someone that I rely very heavily on when it comes to my own body maintenance. Not only am I a healthcare provider, a body worker by trade, but I'm also a competitive CrossFit athlete, and I beat my body up and I need someone to help kind of fix me along the way and, make sure that my body is running like it needs to as an athlete. So I have quite a few people, actually, my clients that I've referred to Ryan. Typically, the patients or clients that I refer to him are like the typical complicated people that have been everywhere, have tried everything, are at their last resort. People want to do surgery on them, they're not quite ready. Those are the people that I typically send to Ryan. And all the people that I have sent, they've all come back to me and said, only but positive things. How professional he is, how basically whatever ailment they went in for. I know he's worked with people who have had cranial nerve issues. He's worked with a couple of my patients who have had headaches and migraines, cervical issues, lumbar spine issues, SI joint issues. They've all been very happy with the outcome and their success. ART I like because I feel like you can get in there and do whatever type of trigger point work you need to do while you're stretching at the same time. It really helps to kind of open up the area, loosen up whatever muscle you're trying to unkink, so to say. PDTR is very fascinating to me because of all the other functional neurology stuff that I've learned. I find PDTR really kind of ties in with everything else that I'm doing for myself as a patient. When you start dealing with muscles, at least in my world, the nervous system and the brain is what controls all of that. So I feel like PDTR really kind of hones in on what the real issue is and where exactly it's coming from, which then in return, you're able to kind of address or fix the muscle or joint issues at the same time. So for me, I feel like the PDTR has opened up a whole other world as to where else things are going awry in my body. So just because I come in with a shoulder issue doesn't mean Ryan's going to be working on my shoulder, or he might do some ART on my shoulder, but we're kind of looking at the whole system and the whole structure. You know, what's my breathing doing? What's my rib cage doing? What are my cranial nerves up to? He kind of addresses everything to look at why my shoulder's doing what it's doing. What I've noticed from all the treatments that I've been getting from Ryan, number one, I have more stability, especially in my core. My shoulder, number one, doesn't hurt anymore. And number two, feels so much more stable in an overhead position if I'm snatching or jerking for Olympic weightlifting. I feel like my scapula and my shoulder can get into a better position. I feel like my breathing is better, or I'm just more aware of it. I don't have the neck pain and the headaches anymore like I used to. Primarily probably because I've been letting Ryan adjust my neck finally for the first time in so many years. And we're still constantly working on my left SI joint. So that's a work in progress, but I feel like every time I come in, I have more stability and strength in my whole entire left side after whatever type of treatment he does. And then I follow it up with tons of muscle activation and either mobility exercises to kind of maintain everything that he does in between the sessions that I have in here. Sure, I recommend Dr. Ryan to just about everyone that I come across with, whether they're either patients of mine or clients of mine or other athletes, people that I coach. Everyone seems to come in with a story and a problem. So I don't always refer Ryan maybe right away, but when I start hearing like the same patterns and the same issues that people constantly keep coming in for periods of weeks and months at a time, and complain to me that they're just not getting better with the treatment that they're getting, then that's typically when I say you need to go see Dr. Ryan, because this guy has just done wonders for me.